last saw your daughter. Talk about, why you were out here today and to bring more attention to your case.
Right, to keep her case, to keep everybody aware of her case, letting them know that we're not going to give up until she is found.
When was the last thing you heard from Chicago police?
Nothing. Last thing I heard from them actually was the case is not closed.
How frustrated are you at this point? Talk about how you're feeling today, if you can.
Very emotional. I had my breaking point this morning, but I'm okay now. But it's emotional every day. When you go from seeing your child every day to not seeing her for almost 3 years, but nobody out here mad.
Ms. Phillips, I can imagine this is a difficult. Today's her birthday, correct?
Yes.
There have been so many stories about other missing persons going around nationwide over the last couple of weeks. When you see the amount of attention that law enforcement agencies have given other cases, but then when you think of your own daughter, not a lot of answers. What do you think about this? How does that affect you?
It takes a big effect on our family because it's just unfair, and they showing that it's unfair.
In your words or in your opinion, how have police dropped the ball? What haven't they done besides updating them?
They haven't got enough information on who had something to do with it, which we all know who had something to do with it, but it's like they don't care because of her color to me.
And tell us more of that. What is your gut? What do you believe happened to your daughter?
I believe Mr. Simmons had something to do with my daughter disappearing.
Tell me why.
Because we know he was the last person she was seen with, and we know that he brought her car back to her block. And also, I asked the police a couple of things about him talking that night he made the police report, and they said he was lying about that. So he just said he got a lawyer and he can sit back and watch everything play out.
Just as a refresher, he was an ex-boyfriend or something?
Well, they was current, so it wasn't ex. He was the father of her child.
Does he still see his daughter?
His who?
Sorry, does he still see his child?
She was pregnant when she went missing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was another child. No. I'm sorry.
Did she tell you prior to her disappearance that he had felt some type of way about her being pregnant?
No, she actually told me that they was trying for her to get pregnant.
Had she, I'm sorry to have you relive all of this, but had she complained of any, violent encounters with him before, any physical encounters?
She was happy. Last 3 days, she was happy.
I remember you talking last year about the last time you talked to her. So you said she was on the phone. She said she had work the next day. Talk about the last time. I'm sure you replayed that conversation so many times about the last time you spoke with her.
The last time I spoke with her, she was actually in a wig store. That's where you can go get, products for pregnant women or babies. And she was in the store and she was asking me what kind of milk to get. Should she get to drink for herself? So that was our last conversation.
And then that video, which we've talked about a few times, there's that surveillance video that's been circulating for now. I mean, how many months, a couple years at least, that everybody said that was the key piece of evidence in the case. When you look at that video, you say that's not your daughter, so you feel like you're kind of back to square one with what's the big new evidence in the case.
Exactly. I mean, the big evidence to me is who she was last seen with. But they say that's not enough to bring them in.
Ms. Phillips, outside of the investigation, in honor of your daughter's birthday today, remind us of who she was, a post office worker, a mom-to-be. Tell us some of those attributes about her. What do you remember most about her?
She was very ambitious. Everything she said she was going to do, she did. If she set a goal to do something, she completed that, and she did. So she was very ambitious and outgoing and just having.
What do you miss most? There's now a $47,000 reward. Looking into our cameras, if this were somebody's mother or sister, somebody knows something. What do you want to tell those viewers out there?
That I think it's very selfish that you can sit back and watch a family go through something like this, and you know what happened to my daughter. And if you have a heart, I just wish you would just come forward and say something.
If you guys have done, you're really pretty good with getting community activists together and having these press conferences. It's not easy to come out here and take off from work and you have to be here to talk about your daughter and celebrate her birthday like this, but you do it so it stays in the news. If you don't think you were doing this, do you think this would be
definitely
even
not. No.
Do you think about that often?
Yeah, all the time. I mean, I wish I could do this every day, just say something every day so it could just be on the TV every day.
You said you had your breaking point this morning. How so? Tell us more about that.
You know, just so sad that she's not here to celebrate her birthday with us.
How old would you have been today?
29.
What did she usually do for birthdays? I remember you saying she did, to celebrate. What kind of birthdays did you guys have in the past before all this happened?
Just her and her little friends going out, or either being at the house, just, having a little small party.
You guys obviously come out here, the first time, the first birthday and the second birthday, now it's the third birthday. Do you just keep doing this?
I mean, I hope we don't have to go. Every time we come out here, I hope to be the last thing.
I hate to ask this, but do you believe that she still may be alive?
I do.
Tell me why.
I mean, I just feel like until they come and tell me to identify anything, she's still alive. That's the only way I can keep going right now. I have to believe she's still alive.
Is there anything we haven't asked you that you want to say?
No.
I was gonna say just in terms of that video again. So I mean, if that's not her, do you think that was somebody that was trying to
It was actually a neighbor. She said she left something and she was going back to her house to get it from the bus stop.
And then inside, so Kira's car though is still parked, right? I mean, what
Yeah.
is the evidence? I guess you have in the case that you want people to know about? Her car was still there. Do you think she was last seen at home? Where was she last spotted?
No, she wasn't last seen at home. So she drove off. We know it's a video of her driving off. Both of them driving off together. And then there's a video with Josh bringing her car back that morning.
When was the last time you talked to him?
The actual day I made the police report, the missing person report, he was there too.
And how long have they been dating?
About 6 years.
Anything you want to say to Chicago police?
That I hope that they will, continue to look for the case instead of just sitting it to the side.
Just walk us through that. What is that like for folks that may not get it in terms of having a missing loved one? You call police and they say what? Just tell me that process. What has your process been like for the last, 3 years? You reach out and what happens?
You pretty much get nothing. Either they're not in the office or they get back to you, or, they even asked me a couple of times, have you heard anything? Like, no.
And then the reward money's coming from the Association of Letter Carriers. Is it from other groups as well, or most of them?
It was another person at his name.
I mean, that's what's $50,000.
Okay. There was a situation, right? I was on Channel 9, and I did a press conference like this for Kira Coles. It was about a couple years ago. And Surf Finance saw me on Channel 9. And when they saw me on Channel 9, they called me up and said, hey.
Which group is it?
Surf Finance. That's
Okay,
a loan company.
That's all I
He
need.
said, hey, I want to donate $18,000 to help Kira Coles. I said, it's a prank call. Y'all stop playing with me. He's like, no, I'm serious. I really want to donate $18,000. So I arranged a meeting with me, Joe, and the dude from Surf Finance, the company owner. And so his name is Jerry. So Jerry met us at McDonald's in Pilsen, in here down the street, and he made arrangements. He gave us an $18,000 check, and I presented it to Max Julian and them, and so they have the check, and the $18,000 added up to $45,000 reward for Kira Coles.
Gotcha.
I just want to clarify one thing. The surveillance video that Lex mentioned, do you not think that's your daughter in the video?
It's not.
It's not her.
No, it's not.
But it had been, they had been posting because that was kind of last year you finally said, enough of this. This isn't even her. Because you were kind of playing along with
Right,
here's some
because I
evidence.
thought, it would help the case to just keep continuing saying it was her.
So police were saying it was her, but you're saying it's not her.
Yeah, it's not.
And why do you, we're just curious, why do you feel that it is not her?
No, I know it's her. Yeah, you know your child. They walk, you can look over in the crowd like, my daughter right there. You just know as a parent.
And they know it's not her.
Yeah. They know. But they just said to keep it going that way, which I thought at the time that it would help the case, like whoever had something to do with it would think we was on the wrong track and slip up. So, it was fine at that time.
Lastly, I see cake, some juice, balloons. Tell us, how are you all going to celebrate? What are you all going to do? Is there going to be a balloon release, I believe? Tell us, Mom, give us those details.
Oh, well, we just, for the people that come out and support, just have refreshments for them and, show that we appreciate everything. Even you guys, if you have to say
And I reached out personally to Kiara Cole's post office where she worked at 74th and Exchange, and they came by and delivered a whole bunch of food. They came by this morning early. They said, "Here go the food. This out of gratitude for Kiara Cole's. She worked at us. She's a sister toward us. She's part of our family." At 74th and Exchange, they came here and they donated a whole bunch of food.
And then tell me, so you were helping bring this to the forefront.
This is the union rep, Max Julian.
Okay, Max.
This is
So
man.
tell me, just say your first last name and spell it, just so I have it.
My name is Mac Julian, M-A-C-K-J-U-L-I-O-N. I'm president of the National Association of Letter Carriers, local branch number 11, located right here in Chicago.
So were you in this position too when this happened 3 years ago? How long have you been in
Yes,
this? Okay.
yeah, and we have been quite active in supporting the family and doing everything that we can. I know that initially when we were passing out the flyers and we were canvassing the neighborhoods and looking at all the cameras that we saw in the neighborhood, figuring that someone had to know something. We were aware, as they were, that was not Kiara Cole. But we also understood that the Postal Service, the Postal Inspection Service, and the detectives assigned to the case, that they had some leads that they were following. In fact, it's the Postal Inspection Service that put up the initial $25,000 reward. The $25,000 reward from the Inspection Service, $3,500 from NALC along with Andrew Holmes, and the other $18,000 from Sir Finance. So that totals out to $47,000. In fact, this morning someone called me with a possible lead, and I did what I always do. I contacted the Inspection Service to let them know, and we know that they're going to follow up. But hopefully that one of these leads will lead to something.
How often do you get tips? How often do you get leads that you pass on?
Periodically, whenever we get something, I can tell you we haven't forgotten. The co-workers haven't forgotten. Anywhere I go, even outside of Chicago, postal workers will ask me, whatever happened to the missing letter carrier? So we haven't forgotten. And so when we see situations like the one that played out recently, and I was talking with Karen about it earlier, in all fairness, it did attract the national attention. We were on, in the beginning, we were on Good Morning America, I think, and ABC, and so we were out there. There was the press conference, but it just fell off the cliff. It fell fast. It fell off fast. But we haven't forgotten, and we still want answers. We want a resolution to this. We want closure. We like Karen, we believe that she is somewhere. We're always going to hold out that hope. Her co-workers believe that she is somewhere with her child until we're told otherwise. But until then, we're going to be relentless in pursuing whatever truths or whatever's out there to bring some justice to the situation.
You're sitting at almost a $50,000 reward, and that could continue to grow, especially after all this national attention on some of these other cases. Maybe people will come back and focus on this case. Are you surprised that nobody's come forward or given a tip that's led to the crack in the case?
I'm surprised, and I'm hopeful that there may be some additional reward money put forth if that will help someone, if any information that they have. We know that the Postal Inspection Service and the police, that they have leads, and we just want them to be able to pursue them to its fullest, and, until they get the answers.
So, second question I asked Mom, how frustrating has this been for you? When Mom and you all have experienced that you don't believe that police have put enough resources into this case, how frustrating is that?
It's very frustrating. I'm the lead rep in some 60 offices in the Chicago area, and her co-workers and those who are letter carriers in the city, they ask, hey, what happened to Kiara, man? When are you going to find out something about Kiara? So it is frustrating. We think that more can be done. We definitely believe more could be done to resolve this, and we hope that the attention that this is getting from this occasion will go some ways towards helping them.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
And
much.
we'll obviously stay. I think Joe's coming as well, right?
Yeah.
So
I have a lady here. She want to talk about she has a missing daughter too. LaShawn, talk about your kids.
Hello. Hi. My name is LaShawn Walker. Diamond Bynum and King Walker's mom and grandmother, the two that were missing from Gary, Indiana. And July 2015. They've been missing for 6 years now. Just had an anniversary in July 25th. And I'm out here supporting Kiara Coles because we both have missing children.
Something to cover.
Yes, and the biggest thing that I believe the problem is that the police department, I believe, isn't doing, I'm not trying to bash them, but I feel they can do more. And the kids pick up more on involving themselves, on speaking up. They openly need to speak up if they know something, say something, and also, as a parent, I reach out to Karen and Joseph of what they're going through because I too know exactly how it feels to have a missing child that you've been raising for their whole entire lives, and all of a sudden they just vanish off the face of the earth without no word or saying where they are or anything, and it's a hurting feeling, the fact that you have a child that's out there in the world and you don't know nothing what's going on. My grandson was 2 years old when he went missing. He would be 8 years old now. Missing and Exploited Children is also having an event on the 30th, which is going to be live as well for missing children, and we'll be a part of that. But to the media, to whoever's listening, I just want you guys to know if you know something, we ask that you
Please say something.
Please say something. Please.
Can you say one more time the names of people that you think your child is missing?
Diamond Bynum and King Walker.
And
Diamond is my daughter, and King is my grandson. That's her.
have a grandson.
That's King's auntie.
Oh, that's King's auntie?
Yeah, that's my oldest daughter's son.
Okay, gotcha. I'll look it up. Thank you.
Okay, after that, I want to give some inspirational words about the situation, about how the what police should do.
How you doing? I'm Thad, little artist, here on behalf of Unapologetically, I'm politically correct, Local and Friends, and all the GNT music. I want to say on Empire Radio, check it out. I want to say on the behalf of the city right now, we need to really start protecting our young and our women again. I think this is really missing in urban neighborhoods. We have to really start protecting our children, the women. The men have to start being strong again and really being the backbone of the infrastructure of our communities. We have to start having accountability again. It's missing. We have to start having integrity again. You know, really working on the embedment of each other. What has happened to these women and their children is just sick, it's disgusting. It's foul, it's not right, and we have to be the change in our community. We must start doing it. Like, we can't even wait another second. It's time for us to start being accountable. If we have family members who we know are doing these atrocious crimes, we need to be accountable on the behalf of our family, because it's just going too far. And one thing I've learned about going too far is, once it starts, it's a deep hole that never, ever stops. I do on my behalf as an artist from Chicago, I do everything I can to be a good representation of real masculine energy, real love, real integrity, and real growth. What has happened to these women and their children, it is utterly disgusting, and we must make a change for it. Thank you.
Yeah, today, Thad and some other artists are going to perform here for the family as a salute to their Karen Coles and other families of missing women and kids. They're going to do a little show for them, R&B hip-hop show. Now, I got one thing to say. I want to get on the police case. Look, I want y'all to treat Karen Coles' case like it was Gabby's case. I want you to treat King and Diamond's case like it was Gabby's case. Y'all broke y'all necks, police, detectives, FBI, for Gabby because she was white. I need y'all to man up and do stuff for Karen Coles and King and Diamond for all these other black missing people. Y'all need to step up y'all game and come together, police, and do your job and get off of Dunkin' Donuts or wherever y'all are, McDonald's, and do your job. Y'all responsible. Y'all need to look for these women though. Look for them because they're women, not because they're black or white. Stop just looking for Gabby. Y'all broke your neck looking for Gabby. Y'all found Gabby in a couple days. Do that for Karen Coles. Do that for King and Diamond. Y'all need to step up your game, Chicago police. But we need to get some new police. Fire y'all and hire some new police that's gonna step up and be 100 and be on that game. Peace out. Okay, next, Karen, you gonna speak again, Karen, to close it? Karen, where Karen at? Oh, she over there. You can say something. She said something. Okay, she wanna say something.
Hi, my name is Lady Batiste, and I'm here to support the family of Carrie Cole, and all those who still looking for their loved ones. So we are here to be the backbone, front whatever it takes to support them. And we hope that they be found. So let's keep this going. Do not give up. Do not give up, family. Know that we are here. We are near and far. We love you and we're here to support you. I have my own live stream show, so I'm going to use my platform to keep this story going until we come to a conclusion. Thank you.
Everybody just tuning in. This is a press conference for Kiara Cole. Again, the missing post office worker. Has been missing now officially 3 years. Yeah.
But I would
Hey, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna call up for Joe and see. I'm gonna call Joe for 1-7-7.
Okay. And then after you do that, if you can't, can we get some like video of the cake and stuff?
Oh yeah. Go cut the cake. Hey Kim. Next to you, Joe don't come. The person comes next to
You always like
Stop. I don't know where this is coming from, but you'll be able to drop it down.
I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing like. It's like to the break, man, I kept going. So she was like, she was out I made it to the bus stop. She thought I had all on
He told me, absolutely not. He said, I choose great shifts enough. That'll give you enough time. This isn't you didn't even get the proposal either. There's still something. He said, yeah. said the 11th. She wanted the 17th. He wanted more than that. I guess you're not listening. I don't know. I told you.
Until I get on the bus, now I'm right back. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no officer stopping on me. Such and such, such and such. Yeah, they don't get
Well, I meant her to say that too. The law makes it over there. I told him to understand too. I told him to get
I'm trying to get you somebody to get something to
We'll go there after.